And shh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Well, sometimes you just get up and you think, wow, politics is mad, isn't it? Nope, it gets even worse. It gets way fucking worse. Just when you think our country couldn't get more batshit crazy, apparently we can.
I'm delighted to say that joining me here on set is Richard Tice, the leader of...
I'm delighted to say, welcome. I'm delighted. Go on then, what are you going to say, bro?
Reform UK. Thanks for joining us, Richard.
Great pleasure to be with you. It's
Yeah, yes.
a special day for us. Our first MP will be taking his seat in the House of Commons this morning.
Must be proud, innit? Having a racist as your MP. Very proud. Not like he's arsed, clearly. Just wants one MP. Which he never got voted into power. He literally got kicked out the Tory party. Like, you would think... Like, let's put this in English for the people who don't understand English. Which is quite funny. This dude, 30p Lee, was kicked out of the Tory party for being a racist. And now, he's like, we've got our first MP. Like, am I just, like, I don't know what stranger. American politics or British politics. I honestly, I'm trying to, like, figure it out. I've got no fucking idea at this point. Like, even if I get stoned, I'm still confused. Even in my highest states of consciousness. Fuck knows.
Well, indeed, and we all watched and covered the announcement of the switch yesterday.
And he complained. Who's laughing? Who's laughing at me? Dude, you're a joke.
My first question now is whether you think it's the first of many that are going to come across.
First of many? What kind of crack is this shit? Like, no is the answer. Like, the guy literally was kicked out the Tory party, and now Sky News, which is owned by Rupert Murdoch, don't you know, is literally suggesting to you that these people can win seats. Okay, good example. Nigel Farage. Has he ever been an MP before? Is he popular? Everywhere that nigger stands, never gets voted in. Ever. Ever.
How many conversations are you in the middle of having?
There are conversations going on. We're not going to give any details.
It's because nobody said yeah. It's like Reform, UKIP, they're all the same fucking stupid shit. Fucking basket fucking racists. I don't care if you don't like me saying that, but they are. Fucking racist. BNP, same shit. It's like people think that we don't have a far right in this country. I don't know why. They not as fucking transparent as the French. At least they say, yeah, we're the Le National Front, as the French would put it. We just got yobs, apparently. Which apparently is not the same thing. Put a tie on one of these motherfuckers, and apparently you're in the game. Like, let's think about it. Reform. Why? Reform what exactly? What are you trying to reform? Wasn't you in UKIP once upon a time? UKIP died. You know why UKIP died? Because the Tories literally swallowed you up. And other people that wanted Brexit decided, fuck UKIP, vote Tory. Hence Boris Johnson, Theresa May, etc. Now, Reform is the party of immigration. Can I just point out one glaring obvious fact that maybe people don't understand? The United Kingdom is 87%. 87% white. I don't know if you're good at math, but I'm going to give you a math equation so you can fuck around in your head. There's 56 million people in Britain. 56 million. 87% are white, like Mr. Tice here. Just let that sink in.
Those, I don't give a running commentary. They can be assured that discussions are completely confidential. But let me say this. Unless the Prime Minister calls an election by next Friday for May the 2nd, I would be surprised if when we come to the general election there are not more than one Reform MP in the House of Commons.
Well,
Wait. So you're saying is they're going to defect, but they've never been elected. The only way you've got one MP right now, which you're touting, is because he was kicked out the Tory party for being a racist. How does that make you proud? In any shape or form? How? Explain that to me. Explain to me how you're proud to have a kicked out, disgraced former Tory MP as your new MP that nobody voted for as a Reform candidate, and he will never win as a Reform candidate. How fucking retarded is this? It's mind-bendingly fucking weird to listen to this shit. It really is. It's just fucking wild.
more than one is not a big pledge, given that you've got one. I didn't know whether you were going to...
Yeah, he got one because he was kicked out the Tory party. That's not a win. That's a fail. That's a fail. How's that a win? Like him or hate him, George Galloway is a winner. Like him or hate him, I'm just saying, George Galloway was elected, whether you like him or not. Same with Boris Johnson, whether you like him or not, he was elected the Prime Minister. He was elected. Get the point? Who the fuck elected the Reform dude? Nobody. Because he was voted for as a Tory, who used to be a Labour member, and then went batshit crazy, and maybe he's always been batshit crazy, who cares? Point is, he didn't win an election, so that's kind of cheating anyway. Just like Rishi Sunak, nobody elected that guy. Just like Liz Truss, nobody, well, okay, dead people elected Liz Truss, but that's what happens when you let dead people vote. They break your economy. And now she stood next to Steve Bannon. Of all the people in the world, shouldn't that be a red flag? Should that not be a red flag? Like, the rhetoric of our country right now is fucking creepy. It's equally as creepy in America. They literally want to vote for the stupidest Hitler. You can't compare Donald Trump to Hitler for one basic reason. He ain't that smart. He just isn't. And now we have literally the far right in ties saying it's okay to be racist. It's fine. Move on. What the fuck is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm confused, or this is a conspiracy theory. Either way, I'm going to smoke my spliff.
say, you know, if the election is November, let's say, do you think by then you can get to double digits?
Well,
is that the scale of the conversations?
Let's wait and see. But
When double digits is 2 MPs? Okay, probably. Let me ask you a question. In all the years that UKIP existed, all the years, how many MPs did UKIP have? How many? How many times did Nigel Farage, one of the most popular persons apparently in the United Kingdom, did he ever win in an election? You fucking schmuck.
But there is a lot of dissatisfaction with the fact that the Tory party has
There's a lot of dissatisfaction, yes. I totally agree. Continue.
now become a party of sort of social democrats and con-socialists. They're sinking in the...
Okay, so what's your alternative of words in a dictionary? You're saying the Tory party is the party of social democrats, which means they're socially minded and quite give a fuck about Democrats. I don't think so, because we haven't voted for a Prime Minister in fuck knows how long since Boris Johnson. But that's beside the point. So you're saying, what's the alternative? Autocratic? Is that your point is? You want to be autocratic? Like Donald fucking Trump? Fascism is good? Is that what you want me to fucking drink, motherfucker? You want me to drink fascism is good? On national TV? Is that what you're telling me? Because it fucking sounds like that.
Polls. We're going up in the polls because our policies are resonating with people, particularly.
What policies other than being we hate immigrants? What policy? I haven't heard fucking one jot from you. Honestly, I watch policies all the time. I haven't heard shit from these motherfuckers. Shit other than fucking migration. That's it. Which makes no sense considering nobody has kids in our country. Nobody. Have you seen the birth rate in the United Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen? It's fucking minus. Fucking minus. We don't make babies. Do you know why? Because no one can afford these little fucking rugrats anymore. Nobody can afford to have kids. They're fucking expensive. Literally. Then an afterthought. And you know what that means? We need fucking migrants then, don't we? Because someone's got to pay your fucking pension, you dumb fucking cunt.
In the Red Wall, strong on law and order.
Red Wall? You talk about Labour voters? Red Wall? You fucking cunt. You fucking gobshite. The Red Wall only is a media myth anyway. It's a media thing. Oh, the Red Wall came about from one reason. Brexit. Which I already told you was going to fucking happen anyway. And I already told you that the election of Boris Johnson had nothing to do with fucking politics. It was about nationalism, you fucking gormless cunt. I made a video on my other channel before it was deleted. Everybody said I was wrong. I don't get shit wrong, bitch. I pay far much too attention for me to get shit wrong. And I know you're a fascist with a fucking tie on. You fucking cunt. Just like Republicans in the United States. Literally, when a fucking minister comes on your TV and says the word wrong 7 times, and even Nick Ferrari kicks you off LBC because you can't say the word Islamophobic. You fucking beetroot fucking motherfucking cunt.
Making work pay, controlling immigration by freezing immigration, stopping the boats.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Stop the boats. Stop the boats. Same shit Rishi Sunak said. Stop the fucking boats. How's that going to work out for our economy? Oh, you fucking cunt. Let alone the fact that the boats ain't the problem. More people fly to the United Kingdom than come on boats. That's the funny part. There's more illegal immigrants that have a passport. Get on that. The guy who literally told them, bro, they're on planes. You know what they did to that guy? They fucking sacked him. Stop talking about planes. Focus on the boats. Can I just point out we live on a fucking island? Honestly, if you honestly look at our immigration figures and you think that many people came on boats, fuck, you'd definitely see them. It wouldn't be a dinghy, it'd be a fucking ferry every day. I mean, like a massive ferry. Like them shit you go on a cruise on, that kind of size. 5 people on a boat ain't invading Britain, bro. Our immigration system's fucked because these fuckers are mental. They live in some other past life where they think stopping immigration on an island where we don't make babies is a good idea. We got invaded by the Romans, I'm just saying.
These are the things that actually resonate with people. That's why Lee Anderson is going to be our champion in the Red Wall. And
he's a champion of racism. He's not going to get re-elected. Like, he literally thinks Lee Anderson is going to survive the election. That's mad. He's not. He's already on his ass. Like, what parts of stupid are you fucking... Like, what parts of stupid are you?
we're very clear. We're going to replace the Tories as the main alternative to...
No, you're not. You're not. We're going to replace... Okay, bro. You're not replacing the Tories.
Labour in those red wall seats,
Wow, this guy's on crack.
starting with this election.
But I mean, again, just to gauge it for us, I mean, will you
Just yeah. So rational as a human. No.
personally be disappointed if you don't entice more MPs across, get it up to double digits?
Enticing is what I try and do.
Yes.
So, yes, we'll,
It's in your name.
we'll obviously, it's in the name. And what you see is what
It's in your name, you fucking rat.
you get. I think we're confident that others will feel that they've been abandoned. And this is the thing, both the
Abandoned? Go on, tell us more about your racist thoughts.
Labour Party no longer represent the working class. We're the party of the workers. That
sounds like a dog whistle. We're the party of the working class. The white ones, black ones, which ones? I mean, I feel like you're going to make a Rivers of Blood speech next.
quite clear. That's why Lee Anderson has joined us. The Tories have essentially become
He didn't have a choice. He was kicked out. Labour won't have him. The Lib Dems won't have him. Where else is he going to go? Your shitty party.
socialist, high tax.
Just saying. Go on, say that word again. Just say it again. Go on.
Joined us. The Tories have essentially become socialist, high tax, high regulation.
The Tories. It's just called the Tories socialist. Oh, I'm gonna roll a spliff. He just literally called the Tories socialists. Oh my god. We have Britain's becoming Americanized, like for real. I mean, it's just what the actual fuck. Like, I'm not joking. Fucking wow. Oh, that's so funny. Alright. So, let me roll me spliff again. I was twittering. Yeah, I should put oil. I shouldn't just buy a fucking new one. But I'm poor. I blame the Tories. I'm only kidding. Anyway. Spliff. Let's do one thing at a time, right? Spliff, and then we'll get back to business. Ripping Mr. Tice's ass a new hole. Not that he doesn't get bummed enough anyway. I feel like playing Sexy Red, but I don't want to get banned. YouTube's gonna be like, you can't do that. I'm gonna message Sexy Red, be like, can I play your tune, bro? She'll be like, dead. Anyway. Okay. God, you know what's beautiful about rolling a spliff? Your fingers stink. I love that. I just miss stinky fingers.
Regulation, nanny state, no growth, now in the longest recession per person since.
Wait, hold on, man. Didn't you, Wait, hold on. So the free market capitalists that you've always promoted have become socialists. That's mad, isn't it? It's a mad way to look at reality. To think the Tories decided to be socialists. Okay, continue.
Records began. People are furious. People are giving up, and people really are genuinely concerned about what is going on, whether it's on.
Yep, I am terrified. As a thinking member of the public, terrified that you're literally on Sky News chatting shit. That terrifies me.
Our streets, people feeling fearful, particularly the Jewish community, whether it's what's going on in our schools, the cost of.
You know, the thing is, right? This is mad. I bet he's never been to an actual city with a mosque and a synagogue. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Ever.
Net zero. You've just had the energy minister there today talking about the new gas power plants. Because of the madness of net zero, in the last week, we're reliant on 16% of our electricity from overseas.
Because that's how we make money, right? Overseas. Continue.
Because of the huge obsession with net zero that's costing us.
No, it's your huge obsession with markets. Markets. See, the problem with the Tories is they're not socialists. They're capitalists. That's the difference. They're capitalists. They've gone so capitalist on the rest of the nation that it looks like socialism. If you give away all the money to the rich, what do you think's going to happen next? You stupid cunt. Oh, I don't know. Looks like socialism, says the Tory. He wants to enact the very same policies that got us into this fucking stupid mess in the first place. That makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. Stop immigration. Stop all the brown people. When nobody makes babies. Who's going to pay your pension? White boy. I'm just asking, as a reasonable person who can count to fucking 10.
Tens of billions every year and is exposing us.
Bro, the BBC made $5.3 billion pounds last year. 2022, 2023, the BBC made 5.3 billion quid. 5.3 billion in taxes. 65%, 1.29 million was from commercial activities. The rest of it was fucking tax, which we're not allowed not to say fuck off to, apparently. So imagine we got rid of the BBC, which is fucking useless anyway, and turned it into a pay-per-view, whatever. Turn it into Netflix is the point. Imagine how much taxpayers' money you could just put into, I don't know, children going to school, nurses, I don't fucking know. But that's a lot of money that I don't need to pay to listen to Laura Koonsberg suck Tory dick, is it? Doctor Who ain't that great. I'm just saying. 5.3 billion Scooby-Doos. Billion. For what? Please tell me. And we're forced to pay that, by the way. I know other people look at us and go, why are you forced to watch TV? Fuck knows.
To serious energy risk of blackout.
So I'm interested to just...
And whose fault's that? An energy risk of blackout? Dude, we sold all our shit to everybody else because you believe in capitalism. Like, literally, that's your shit. I'm a capitalist. I'ma sell you shit. It's mad. These people are backwards. They literally think trickle-down economics is an actual equation that fucking works. Mental.
dive in a bit deeper there of the party identity, because you said the Labour Party doesn't represent the working class, and a lot of people would perhaps frame...
Yeah, Labour's not the working class. We are. Okay, we're 20% of a vote. Okay, bro.
...you as to the right of the Conservatives. And I didn't know if you think...
Imagine being to the right of the Tories, who give us austerity for fucking 10 years. And still are, because they can't count, basically. I mean, let that sink in. He's to the right of the racist party with an Uncle Tom as our Prime Minister that didn't win any election. Even the white people didn't want him because he was black, and they voted for Liz Truss. And Liz Truss exploded the economy, got sacked, and then they said, we should probably pick that guy who's as racist as Suella Braverman. It makes no sense. Watching this shit is like a Monty Python sketch. It really is. I'm just surprised that nobody's bothered to have a riot yet. Like, what's with people today? Are you so fucking dumb that you don't see that we're being fucked over by the stupidest people ever? I should run to be an MP because I'm fucking frustrated now. I'll just land somewhere and just say, vote for me. They're all fucking cunts. That's my leaflet. Like, literally, my face, vote for me. The rest of them are just cunts. P.S. Not racist.
You're left or right, and who you're appealing
Common
to?
sense, that's who we are, the common sense party.
Well, let's touch on this a little bit.
Jesus fucking. We're the common sense party. Okay, bro.
Because yesterday, Beth Rigby tried to ask you about, or tried to ask Lee Anderson about his principles and allegiances. You've had 24 hours to think about the answer. You know, he has been Labour, he has been Conservative, now he's Reform. I think it's...
Yeah. He's a grifter. Grifter. Like, I don't understand it. Like I said, as much as you might hate George Galloway, and me and a lot of people in my Discord laugh about him because it's George Galloway, give him his due. He was elected. Whether you like him or you don't, that guy was elected. The 30p Lee, he wasn't elected as a Reform MP. He got kicked out the Tory party for being racist. Like, literally. Even the Tories were so scared of saying he's a racist that they refused to say he's a racist. That's the funny bit. And now this fucking cockwomble is quite happily saying he's our MP, which is mental. That's like saying Mosley's a good guy. Since fucking when?
It's a fair question to say, is your party a party of principle, or is it just
Yeah, it's based on principle. It's called being racist. Not a shock.
happy to go with the lowest common denominator to get a seat?
Lee is absolutely a man of principle, which is why when those two
Define his
parties...
principles.
But his principles is standing up for his constituents strong on law and order, making work pay, controlling immigration, and stopping the...
Controlling immigration. This is like saying things is so weird, isn't it? Saying things. 87% of the population of Britain white. Saying things. We're being invaded with boats. Okay, bro.
madness of net zero that's making his constituents poorer and colder. That's a very strong principle. But the truth is, the Labour Party...
Do you know why we've got more fucking people in this country? Because the world is mad. It is. It is mad. So we've got more people that want to flee here. Afghanistan, Syria, Hong Kong. I mean, the list is pretty long. And you're telling me, as someone who likes the monarchy, which is, I know, you shouldn't say that as a Scouser. Because I'm the king, I can say that clearly. So I like the monarchy. Anyway, North Wales belongs to me. Keep your hands off. Anyway, this guy's a stupid cunt.
And the Tories, they've moved so far away from where they were 20 years ago. It's...
Where were the Tories 20 years ago? Can anybody tell me where they was 20 years ago? Oh yeah, they were in power. Okay, wait, let me think. 20 years ago. Yeah, they were the opposition 20 years ago. Yeah, I totally, thank you for reminding me. Where were they 20 years ago? The Tory party. This needs to be clipped. Where were the Tories 20 years ago? In opposition, you fucking clown. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why.
unrecognisable. And that's why politics is shifting
Do you mean
so
you think they've
significantly.
both moved to the left?
Yes, absolutely.
To the left. It sounds like a Beyonce song. Should I? No, I'll get copyright strike. To the left, to the left. So he's telling me and you, if anyone's got a brain, this is the funniest shit ever. He's telling you neoliberalism is to the left. On what scale? I'm confused. You honestly think Tony Blair is to the left when he's a neoliberal? He's centre-right. That's what a neoliberal is. Centre-right. The middle ground, as some people call it in British politics. They don't like to say it. The centre-right. Britain has always been centre-right. Just pointing out the fucking obvious to anybody who bothers to read our history. Centre-right. How the fuck did they just... We had a left candidate in this mad country once. His name was Jeremy Corbyn. How did that work out for Jeremy Corbyn, one would ask? Even, God bless him, Ed Miliband was a neoliberal. How did that work out for him? Red Ed, the socialist. Oh my fucking days. Honestly, listening to this shit's fucking mad.
No, funny. The Labour Party have just sort of moved into a sort of a woke zone that previously didn't.
Woke zone. An American word started by the far right. Like, literally, this is funny. The word woke comes from right wingers in America to describe people who believe in gay rights and equal opportunity for all. The right called people woke. And then the idiots on the left said, I'm woke, which is kind of weird anyway. But they're American. 33% of America can't find America on a globe. And they elected for Donald Trump. I mean, like, literally thinking America is the smartest country in the world is the stupidest idea ever. The scary part is Americans believe their own hype. Like, they literally do. They believe their own bullshit. And Americans, or British people, love America because money. That's it. Money. And now we have Tice and all those little fangirls being openly racist and fascist, and that's okay.
Exist. They can't even define what a woman is, for heaven's sake.
Has he got a dick or a vagina? Who knows? Do you care? Considering it's like 0.0001% of the population of Britain. Why are you so mad, bro? Do you go around every day thinking women's with dicks? You should go to Thailand. Bro.
And the Conservative Party have moved to a form of socialism with high taxes, high regulation, nanny state. So, yeah,
No. No. That's capitalism, bro. Capitalism. Like Liz Truss. Liz Truss is a capitalist.
there's been a significant shift in the political scene, and that's why we're now soaring in the polls and the Tories are sinking.
You're not soaring in the polls. On what planet you live on to think you're soaring in the polls? Where? What?
Soaring, maybe not rising. Still
Soaring in the polls. It's full of shit, isn't it? It's funny.
still not above.
You have to be an optimist in
20%.
politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also have to be a blatant liar, apparently. Excuse me while I light my spliff. Oh God, I gotta take a lift. From reality, I just can't drift. That's why I'm staying with my spliff. Ah.
Well, it's fair enough. A little bit of spin. So when Leanne
Yeah, fair enough. You can lie on national TV. Little bit of spin. You mean lying on national TV? Okay, go on then.
Anderson said that the system was rigged, what did he mean?
Yeah, it's definitely rigged. It's rigged. Same playbook as America. System's rigged. Why? I didn't win. Oh, wait, what? So wait, no one likes you because you're a racist. It's rigged. Okay, bro.
I think what Lee is referring to is obviously first past the post is a very difficult system for small.
No, it keeps idiots like you out of power. This is the point. The only people who like proportional representation are the clowns that want money and power. The reason why we have first past the post is to keep mad cunts like these out of power. Like, you mightn't like the system we have. Trust me, if we had proportional representation, we would end up like Italy. Like, the next day. You think the coalition that we had with the other fucking pan-face and Nick Clegg was bad? Holy shit. Nobody would ever win an election in Britain if we had what they're suggesting. Like, seriously, I'm not kidding. First past the post keeps idiots like this away from fucking the dispatch box, thankfully. So if anyone says, oh, we don't have a fair election, we do. It's fair that the majority of people who apparently are saying, apparently, I question that sometimes, vote, and they don't allow these fuckwits to get in power.
Parties It's not the system that's used by most of the Western world. Quite rightly, people should be.
Yeah. And look at the rest of the Western world. Look at them. Please. Look at them. Look at them. Most of them have turned into fucking autocratic fucking countries already. And using democracy as their tool because of people like you who literally lie on national TV. And the idiot interviewing said it's a bit of spin. The guy just literally lied on national TV. And the guy interviewing said it's just spin. Fucking hell. I'm stoned. I'm worried.
Using proportional representation. And if we had PR, for example, at the next general election, if we got 15% of the votes, we would have 90 seats.
And that's scary. Listen to what he just said. If we had proportional, if we had PR, he would have 90 seats in the UK. Do you think anybody, in fact, let me ask you a question. Do you think our country would be safe at that point? If this fucker had anything to say about our country? Like, honestly, the fact that our main parties are bad enough as they are, like incompetent on a scale that most people understand, incompetence. To add these bunch of fucking nutcrackers to the... no, please no. Like, I can only take so much Monty Python, and then it doesn't become funny anymore.
Potentially have faced the scenario of getting 4, 5, 6 million votes and maybe 0 to 1 or 2 MPs. That is not a fair electoral system. It's undemocratic. Every vote is...
So it's undemocratic because you can't win, because people don't vote for you. Like, that's literally what he just said. It's unfair because not enough of the population votes for us. But we live in a democracy. In fact, we're one of the world's oldest democracies, technically speaking. Right? I mean, we do have this weird thing called a Magna Carta. Don't know if you bothered to read it, Mr. Tice. But anyway, let's continue with we're not democratic enough because the far-right fascist motherfuckers, i.e. you, can't win. Mosley must be rolling in his fucking grave. He must be. The fucking Jew. Don't hate me. I like to tell fucking bad jokes.
Not equal, and we absolutely need this discussion, and we need change. And I think change is coming.
You see, that's...
He just quoted a black person. Oh my God, I'm so tempted to play A Change Gonna Come. Oh, yes it will. You know what? That was Barack Obama's actual song when he won the presidency of the United States. A change gonna come. No jokes. And he just quoted it as a fascist, far-right twat with a blue tie. The fact that he has an opinion is mental. The fact that he can't count scares me even more. He literally can't count. That should terrify every British person. If you are racist, that's okay. You're entitled to your ignorance. Just saying. But if he can't count to 10, that should be worrying. Even if you're racist, that should worry you that he can't count to 10. The fact that we live on a fucking island. And nobody has babies. Nobody. Who's paying the pension? Who? I'm just asking for a racist friend. Who's paying the pension of your angry white nan? Who? Because it ain't Jim Bob.
Maybe a reasonable argument for you or Nigel Farage to make, but not for Lee Anderson, who's been a Labour MP, a Labour candidate and a Conservative MP. He's gone to the big parties in order to have a seat. You're saying it's rigged. You're saying he's a man of principle. I mean, surely you have to then stand up and say you want a by-election.
No, the point about a by-election...
Oh, the point of... Go on.
...is we're about to face a general election. We actually...
Yeah, and he's not going to win. So we just want to claim he's one of us. We're just going to insist that we've won an MP and no one voted for him. And he's going to be like, well, we won a general election. Go ahead then. I mean, the entire country has been waiting for the general election since fuck. Since when, shall we say? Boris Johnson. Shall we go that far back? Right. Since Boris Johnson, the entire country has been like, can we honestly get rid of these clowns already? I mean, the Prime Minister is literally called Bojo because he's a clown. I think the entire country was like, we're done. He's an idiot. And then we get Liz Truss. Woo!
We all want a general election, and we want it as soon as possible. That's May the 2nd. There's no point calling a by-election if literally 2 weeks later
Fine.
there's a general election. That's
Well, hold on. So you're telling me the Tories... This gets better and better. I literally am rolling a spliff while I contemplate how mad these people can't count. You're telling me, after 2 PMs we never voted for, that somehow, in your tiny little brain, you think these power-hungry fucking weirdos who are capitalists, clearly, who can't count, or our country would be in a better position, literally are gonna say, yep, we're gonna have an election in May. No, not a fucking chance.
Abuse
So
of
by the
no,
end-
hear me out.
by the
There's
end of
abuse
March-
of taxpayers' cash.
By the end of March, will you back a by-election? There's not been a general.
Because a general election could be called literally any day now. It's at the
It could be, but it won't be. I'm guessing Sunak's sucking his own dick at this point, going, ooh, election. Okay, let me point out the obvious to anybody who's not paying attention. The Tories are done here. Done. You don't need an abacus or a calculator or any poll. I told you this before, and I'll tell you again. You don't win elections in the United Kingdom. You lose them. Look at the history of Great Britain. Or elected officials. Give you a most recent one that you should remember if you're old enough. Tony Blair. Biggest demonstrations. You think Palestine was a big demonstration? Do you know how many people walked in opposition to Iraq? The war in Iraq? Did they call you all a bunch of Islamist crazies? Don't think so. But yeah, was that a Muslim country? Yeah, it was. But apparently, you're all crazy extremists, huh? Anyway. Tony Blair won the next election after invading a country that had nothing to do with 9/11. Let that sink in. Nothing to do with 9/11 whatsoever. But we invaded them anyway. Because of weapons of mass destruction. That the United States sold him when he invaded Kuwait. Funny shit.
Prime Minister's prerogative. So there's no point wasting £500,000 worth of taxpayers' cash.
Okay, but
people don't like this sort of completely
Fine.
callous
In
abuse of
principle, then.
taxpayers' cash. In principle.
Yeah. Dude, they wasted billions on PPE. Well, I didn't waste it to give it to the mates, but you get the point.
In principle, long term,
If we were
would you-
mid-term, then, yes, a by-election would probably be the appropriate way to go. But when you're right faced up with the prospect of a general election that we...
No. No, just have a by-election. Put your mouth and your money in the same place. Let's see Lee Anderson keep his seat. Because the last time I checked, he would win in an election. If he won in a by-election, right? Logic. If he can win a by-election, what's his problem?
want sooner rather than
Wait, he won't.
later. Clearly, it's a nonsense.
Okay, well, that's a convenient way of looking at it,
yeah.
but fair.
Yeah, very convenient. Why don't people just call these maggots out for what they are? Very convenient way. Do you know what English that is to say you're full of shit? Very convenient way. That means you're full of shit. That's literally what that guy just said to him. If you're an American. That guy just told him in English. Yeah, you're full of shit. Very convenient way how to explain something means you're full of shit.
Fair enough. If there was a general election,
Fair enough. Oh, I love English politics is so not American, but it's funny to watch English people be cunts at the same time. I like it. Terrifying, but I like it.
Called right now. Would you have 650 candidates?
Yes,
ready
if you
for
look at our
those
website, we've got about 400. We've got about 300 going through the approval and vetting process.
So we got 400, we got 300 going through the vetting process, like Mr. Lee Anderson. Tommy 10 names is probably one of them. Not joking.
Absolutely 630 candidates. We won't stand in the Speaker's seat, that's the convention, and we won't stand in Northern Ireland, but everywhere else. And yes, we've got lots of people, more and more people applying to be candidates. So there's no question. There's always a bit of...
I love all the racists applying to be MPs. Makes me so happy. I missed the BNP. I missed them. What happened to the BNP, ladies and gentlemen? Where did they go? What happened to Nick Griffin? Can anybody tell me what happened to Nick Griffin? Oh wait, no, he's an Islamist now, isn't he? He's supposed to Judge Galloway. Fucking Jew hater. Oh, my brain.
sort of moving around, people's personal circumstances change, but we make that pledge absolutely.
I'm interested, you were watching, I believe, our interview with Graham Stewart just a moment ago. I asked him about Frank Hester, major Tory party donor's comments, and he...
Oh, I'm gonna love this. This has been on my X feed all day. Mr. Hester. Oh, joy.
he condemned them, said they were reprehensible, but didn't say that the party should give the money back. What's your take on that sort of thing? If
Well,
it happened in
first of
your
all,
party?
they absolutely were reprehensible. What's really extraordinary is the quantity of money. I didn't think I'd heard.
No. He's more mad that he's not getting money. Listen to what he just said. It's absolutely shit that he's a racist. But what's even more scary is he give them money.
Of this gentleman until yesterday, and yet he's given £10 million to the Conservative Party. It's a vast,
Should the
vast sum of
Conservatives
money.
give it back?
Look, that's a matter for them.
But what I'm concerned about is, where's my money, bitch? Fuck black people. Where's my money?
What I think is extraordinary is that quantity of money from one
He's not even asked, is he? The question's about racism. And he's just like, yeah, whatever. Talk about money. Like, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard ever.
individual to one political party. They've obviously spent it. The reality is they haven't got the money to give back, I guess. It is extraordinary.
Imagine giving a political party 10 million quid when the guy who literally is the Prime Minister is worth over $500 million. I told you these fuckers can't add. I don't know. Stop giving me money. I'm already rich. Have some money. Okay. My mind obviously is corrupt.
And let's, that's a matter for them. But the most significant thing is the comments were utterly appalling and condemned by everybody.
They weren't though, was they? Let's be fair. They wasn't condemned by everybody. Including your mate 30p Lee. He probably thinks the same. He probably thinks Diane Abbott is a terrorist. She's black, isn't
And should, if something similar
fucking migrants.
hypothetically happened, you would want to give that money back? You wouldn't want to welcome money from someone like that?
No, of course he would say yes. He's not gonna say no. He's just literally. Who's this presenter? Like, bro, you want some of my spliff? The guy literally just took in a guy from the Tory party who was kicked out for being racist. What is your question at this point? I'm so confused. Maybe I need more weed. I don't know. It will put me on a higher state of consciousness to listen to these fucking clowns.
Look, these comments obviously came out without the Conservative Party being aware of it. That's a matter for them. It's not a matter for me.
Yeah.
Yep, not to do with me, Gov. Why are you asking me shit? Why are you asking me about racism? The guy who's on MP, the only MP, got kicked out for being racist. Why are you asking me stupid? Why are you giving me these hard questions? I'm so dead. Why? Like, what happened to the human race? I think it's the internet. I think, honestly, people who are the stupidest fucking cunts in the world somehow turned on a computer and was like, it's my day today. It's my day. Like, literally, people are uneducated. Literally use Google. It's so funny. Oh, imagine a world without Google. Oh my fucking god. It's too funny. I'm dead.
But it's interesting to bring it up and discuss it. I mean, clearly we've got into spats with Lee Anderson about what was said and what
Yeah, we are indeed.
wasn't said, and if they meant it. The broad question of principle. Would you want to take money from...
No one would ever want to take money from someone who's expressed such reprehensible views. Obviously,
But we'll have him as an MP. We don't want his money. We won't take money from racists, but we'll have a racist as our MP. Like, that's just bizarre. Like, literally let that sink into your fucking mind. We won't take money from a racist. We won't take money from a racist. But, hear me out. We'll have a racist MP. Brilliant.
the challenge for
I think, right, I'm gonna smoke more weed because this is sweet.
anybody, whether you're Labour, Tory or any party, is if you take money from someone who passes all the vetting criteria and then something emerges 3 or 4 years later after you've spent the money, then you're in a right pickle.
Yeah, imagine being in a right pickle, but Lee Anderson's your MP. Like, does he understand the idea of being in a pickle? Maybe he doesn't understand being in a pickle. No fucking. Oh, I love Richard Tice. He's such a grifter. He's like a wannabe Nigel Farage. Did you see Nigel Farage dancing with Priti Patel? You know she had. You know what? Hey, fuck that bitch all day. Oh my days! And yet the title says I'm stoned because I fucking am. What's your problem? You don't like my political views? Of course you do. Funny shit, right? Oh, it gets worse. Honestly, it does. Oh, I'm gonna need so much ganja for this. Honestly, I mean, I'm stoned enough as it is, but Jesus fucking wept. Okay, you ready for some more hilarity? Let's go.
Please welcome Mr. Lee Anderson.
A grand unveiling, a defector from the Tories.
Defector? Like he's gone to North Korea. Like, it's North Korea! He's defected to the south. He's a mad spy dude. He's defected. You know what? I love English, honestly. It makes me laugh so much. When it's used. You know what always fascinated me as a kid? Linguistics. I know, oxymoron because I'm Scouse, but it's actually true. I always loved how people speak. Why do people actually communicate? It makes no sense. Yeah? Like, what are you doing when you open your mouth and talk? What exactly is that function? Who knows? Pretty sure Joseph Goebbels knew. But let's continue.
A handful of Reform Party backers clapped him in.
Let's go have a quick photo.
And then Lee Anderson posed alongside the party leader, Richard Tice, a man Lee Anderson recently dismissed as a pound shop Nigel Farage.
It's a pound shop Nigel Farage. He told him. And he's like, take a photo. And he's like, I need a job, bro. I want to keep my salary.
He looks happier than you.
Yeah, of course he does. Because he gets to go on Sky News and say, I'm not racist. He's racist. But don't ask me racist questions. I'm not racist. I've got black friends. Fucking dead. Honestly, my ganja is so smelly and so good. and this shit makes me laugh. Honestly, it's like Monty Python. Like, you know what? In fact, I think it's really hard for comedians to tell jokes because reality at this point is a fucking joke. Like, I watch British politics more than probably I should, and I watch American politics. They're exactly the same. The far right fascists have all got ties and weird shit, and the people who you think are on the left are equally weird because they're the same fuckers who used to be on the right. That's the weirdest thing. It's like everybody thinks the far right is the left. Okay then, wait, my brain, hold on. Let me take a puff of me spliff. Everybody thinks the far right is being conservative. And everybody thinks the left is socialism. Or some extreme version of it. When actually the left, for the past 30 odd years, probably even more, has been literally centre-right. Which is called neoliberalism. It's like, did everybody just lose their shit? Did they just lose their shit, is what I'm asking.
Who said that? He's not having an interview now. He's not having an interview. Can you see me? Can you all see me here?
Okay. Look at that. People said. He said. Why are you laughing? Why wouldn't you laugh? Look at that picture. All the journalists, literally, were laughing at the fact that they seen that. They're in the audience, and all they could see is a flag in front of his face. Like, nobody said, we should probably move that out the way. It's comedy gold.
I want my country back.
They didn't mention that at all. Like, he literally said, why are you laughing at me? Like, he said that. Why are you laughing? I don't know, maybe you got a flag in front of your fucking face, you idiot.
Over the last year or so, I've had to do a lot of soul searching on my political journey.
Soul searching. What? I've had to do a lot of political soul searching in my journey. I.e., bro, I don't want to lose my fucking MP salary. 90 grand.
And he was laughing.
Everybody's laughing. You got a flag in front of your face. You fucking plank. Like, who does he think he's talking to? The flag? I've got no idea. It's just weird. It's just look. Imagine President Biden came out at the podium, or even Rishi Sunak. Imagine anybody doing a press conference, and that's in your face. Everybody would laugh.
And
Literally, I'm laughing.
I don't expect much in politics other than to be able to speak my mind.
Oh, look, they're moving the flag. They're like, you should probably move out the way, you stupid cunts.
And speak on.
It's brilliant. Like, you literally couldn't make this up. Like I said, it's like Monty Python. It's the reason why I'm laughing, because Monty Python was funny. This is real life. It's mental.
Behalf.
The flag is literally walking away. Just can I just? So brilliant.
To be able to speak my mind and speak on
Someone needs to meme that shit. I don't care. That's brilliant.
behalf. Is that you, Harry, laughing?
Yeah, we're all laughing, dude. You've been talking to a flag. What? And then it decides it wants to walk over there. Okay, bro.
Speak on behalf of my friends.
It's like you forget where we live. We don't need the flag, bro. I know where I live. Hey, you have to be American. Show them where we live, gentlemen, people. We live in this country, and this is your flag. Okay. I forgot I live in Great Britain. Oh, just show me the flag so I fucking remember. I'm just saying. Show me it.
Family and my constituents.
Okay, anybody get onto this side? Just, it's like they try to like do like a Donald Trump. What does that say? Let's make Britain great. Like, what kind of fucking batshit crazy stuff is this? Let's make Britain great. Have you not seen what we're called? What are you on about? It says Great Britain. What do you mean, make it great? It's in the fucking name, you cunt. These are extremists. I'm just saying. Fascist weirdos who clearly don't like my great country because they want to make Britain great. Bro, it's in the name. It's in the name. It's literally called Great Britain. Don't reverse psychology, some stupid motherfuckers. Because that's what they do. The same thing in America. Make America great again. When was it ever great? Can someone explain when America was great? Explain that to me. In what period of time in history was America great? Explain that to me, please. I'm just, like, I'm being facetious. Not really. But I'm just asking. When slavery happened, when was America great? When we literally had to bribe them to join World War II. I don't know when America was great. I literally don't. But they want to make Britain great. Yeah. Amazing. Let's make Britain great. First and foremost, I'm the king of Britain because I said so. King Charles will never send his army after me because he will never win. I am the king of the Britons. Yeah. People will be like, you can't just declare you're a king. Why not? Why can I not declare I'm the king of the Britons? Who the fuck gave him the scimitar from the watery bint? Am I not chosen? Am I not the chosen one? My fellow YouTubers? Am I not the king of the Britons? I'm such a good king, nobody even knows I'm the king. That is what you call kingdom. Right? Oh my days. I'm off on a tangent. But you know what? At least the title of my video is correct for once. Just so you know.
And my constituents.
Lee Anderson's political journey has taken him from Labour to the Conservatives. Until 8 weeks ago, he was deputy chairman of the Tory party. And
Imagine that. Imagine being deputy chairman of the Tories. And they're getting kicked out because you're a racist cunt. And then saying, I don't really want to get the sack. Give me my money. And Mr. Tice over here, he's a very suave, pound man. Nigel Broad's like, I'll give you a job.
basher of reform.
Reform is not the answer. It leaves the door open for Sir Keir Starmer to get in number 10.
Yes or no?
Listen to that. Listen. Listen what he said.
Sir Keir Starmer to get in number 10.
Yes or no? You're not going to join the Reform Party between now and the election?
No.
No. No. Do you want to get elected? No. I wish. You know what? I'm going to phone in George Galloway. I phoned him once for a laugh with Pav, which was quite funny. I don't even know if it's still on the internet, but I did actually call George Galloway once. I want to call him again, just to get his views on 30p Lee. I just want to see what he's got to say.
Is that a straight enough answer?
I have to live with my conscience. My conscience is clear.
Yeah, that's what all the racists say. My conscience is clear. After hanging a black person from a rope.
When I go and see my parents yesterday on Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day, Mother, and they say to me, Lee, you need to join Reform with this country.
I went to see my mother and they said to me, you got two mums.
We need saving. We absolutely...
Britain needs saving. From what exactly? What do we need saving from, ladies and gentlemen? Stupidity would be the first protocol. I think we need to be saved from intellectually benign cunts who vote for people like this. I think that's what we need saving from. I think before you have the right to vote, you should literally take a test. I'm not kidding. I'm going full Hitler at this point. If you literally can't tell me things that you should know as a part of having common sense, like tying your shoelace or whatever, you shouldn't be able to vote. Like, literally, you shouldn't. You're that fucking dumb. You're the problem. Because you can vote. Plenty of reasons why that should be the case. I mean, I can name 2 in recent history, but there's probably more, clearly. But I think you should take a test of some kind to be eligible to cast a vote. Because what you're doing is, you're saying, I'm giving up my free agency. I'm going to give you my agency. I'm going to let you dictate the path of my nation. Right. And people get mad about kings and queens and dictators. Dictators different. You don't have a choice, clearly. Or communists, whatever. But in this so-called illusion of democracy, I'm pretty sure people should literally pay attention to what they're doing. I'm just saying. Because it's creepy. That guy there will never win an election. He's not going to win a seat. He just isn't. Remember when all the people left Labour? They just left. Oh, Jeremy Corbyn shit. Mrs. Burgess, her name was, Wavertree MP. Did I not tell you on my show she was toast? Because she went against Jeremy Corbyn. Did I not tell you she was toast? Did she win the next election in Wavertree? Did she fuck? And it's mad that she would say that shit in my city. And she wasn't even from Liverpool. Or Merseyside for that matter. And she said the dumbest shit ever. We've got the oldest mosque and a synagogue right next door. What kind of crack are you smoking, lady? Just want to know. She got toasted. This guy is going to get toasted because as much as he likes to be a racist, a lot of British people ain't racist. I'm not shocked. Some people. But I love my country. And I'm a patriotic motherfucker. People still think I'm crazy because I like the royal family. They're like, what? Just think I'm Scouse. That's not a good thing. But people are like, why do you like the royals? Not that I like them. I like history. They represent our history. That's why people like them. They don't like them, people. Or the money. But what they represent is like a living museum to the past. We've got a very long history. A very mad one. Very mad one. If you can't appreciate how crazy our country is, or has been, it's pretty depressing. You should probably read more books, because it's fascinating. My favourite person in history, in these lovely British Isles, is Queen Boadicea. Bad bitch. That's my favourite person. The Queen. The first ever Queen. Boadicea. Bad bitch. She took it to the Romans. Now that's my kind of lady. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's fascinating. Did America exist then? No. Were people complaining about immigrants? Definitely no. Because they would all be dead, clearly. Like, think about it, right? We complain about migrants and then everyone forgets, yeah, we was invaded by literally fucking everybody. Nearly. Well, Europeans, that is. You get the point, right? Everybody invades everybody. Now, they come on planes and want jobs. And you're like, we're being invaded. Bro. Just give them a green card and tell them to get a job or get out. It's literally that simple. We need people to work and be educated. Because we live in a capitalist society. Pay tax. Give every single motherfucker a national insurance number. Tell them, get a job. And if you can't speak English, you got 4 months and then we're going to kick you out. Learn fucking English or get out. It's not that hard. Like, literally, give them all, what you call that in America? It's not asylum. That's a fucking wrong word. Shit. Begins with A, though. It's not anonymity. That makes no sense. Just fucking make them all pay tax is the point, right? Give them all a national insurance number. Make them pay tax. Give them jobs or let them find jobs. Why are you locking them up? If they can't speak English, kick them out. Like, I don't understand why our immigration system is so fucking stupid. We need people. They clearly don't like France. I mean, that should be a good thing. Imagine getting all the way to France from fuck knows where, Algeria, some fucking weird country. Getting all the way to France and thinking, I think Britain's better. These people clearly don't watch the TV. If you lived in France, like, let this sink in. You're a refugee, asylum seeker, whatever it is. Why do you want to come to the United Kingdom? Because it's not France. That's a plus. Because if you live here as a native, as an angry xenophobic person, you know that's a stupid fucking idea. Like, literally, that's a stupid idea. So maybe they don't know English. They get it, they should fucking know English. It's mad. I sound as racist as 30p Lee, but I make more sense because I can count to 10. My jokes are about the pensions. He doesn't tell any jokes. He's just racist, which is a shame. Because he makes me feel like I need to apologize for actually liking the flag that he stood behind. Like, I feel racist and I'm not. He definitely is though.
We're fed up with what's happening on the streets of London. We're fed up with what's happening up and down the country. We're just fed up.
It's Lee Anderson, Member of Parliament.
Fed up? Of what? What's going up? What's going on up and down the country? What are you fed up about? You didn't literally tell me what you're mad about, bro. You mean brown people? You're fed up that brown people exist up and down the country? Quick statistic, 87% of the United Kingdom is white. And there's 57 million people in the United Kingdom. Literally. 48 million live in England. The rest are scattered.
For Ashfield, I'm joined by our brilliant PM, Mr. Sunak.
Only 2 months ago, Lee Anderson was talking up.
You know when 30p Lee was interviewing the Prime Minister, I wonder if he thought, I've got no idea where you're from. Like, literally in his head, he's like, you're brown, where are you from? Do you know why I find that funny? Because when I was a kid, growing up, this is actually a true story. Forgive me, friends, but I'm gonna out ya. I grew up with a Somali kid. What's his name is Somali? Sorry, I did grow up with Somali kids, clearly, but it wasn't a Somali kid. Wrong kid. Anyway, this guy from Bangladesh, who's darker skinned than me, actually, a lot darker. Because if you see me, you know I'm very light skinned. Whatever. Anyway, point being is, I said to him when I was a kid, I said, "What color are you?" Okay, keep this in your mind, right? If you can count to 10, you know the answer to this. I asked him, "What color are you?" And you know what he said to me? Asian.
Rishi Sunak's achievements. Today, he painted a...
No kidding. Said, I'm Asian. What kind of colour is Asian, one would ask. Who knows? Indoctrination's a funny thing, right? I mean, like, literally, he said that as a colour. I said, what colour are you? And he said, I'm Asian.
Picture of Britain in decline.
Your new party leader, when he was doing the introduction, he said Britain's broken
and the Tories broke it. Do you agree?
I think every party's broke it. It's not just the
Every party's broker. Well, I mean, come on, pal. The Tories have been in charge for most of the UK's democratic history, the last time I checked. The Tories broker. Not Labour. I mean, we could go into it, but no. Let's use facts. The Tories, if you look at Britain's history politically, have been in power way more than Labour. Way fucking more.
Tory party, it's the Labour Party, it's Parliament, Gary. It's the whole of
Quite what he
Parliament.
said, is it?
Oh, you listen to what I have to say. It's the whole of Parliament, the whole system, the old democratic system in this country is rigged. It doesn't.
It's rigged. Yeah, it is. If you can swap party without an instant by-election, it is rigged. You literally changed your seat from Tory to Reform. Shouldn't that be automatic by-election? No. Oh no, because it's rigged. You should know that. You keep swapping parties, mate.
Represent really what people are saying. They're talking about, you know, the crime on the streets, the shoplifting, the fact that you can't get a police officer turn up to your house if it gets big.
Yeah, and who's been in power all that time, mate? Who's been in power? All the things that you're complaining about. Who's been in power? Tories.
The fact that people are pulling their own teeth out.
We're launching a movement to make sure those 2019 voters give us the support we need to win again.
The New Conservatives Tory pressure group Lee Anderson helped to launch issued a statement saying the responsibility for Lee's defection sits with the Conservative Party. We've failed.
It's got nothing to do with us. Again. Oh, he set up our group. Nothing to do with us, bro.
To hold together the coalition of voters who gave us an 80-seat majority in 2019. We cannot pretend any longer that the plan is working. We need to change course urgently.
Yep. Now, what do they want to change to? Being literally the far right, which, if they get any far right, they might as well just goose step at this point. Same in America. Like, if these people get any more batshit crazy, they literally need to just dress up as Nazis. They just should. Like, you can't get it any more obvious what these people are up to. Fucking crazy.
Many read that as a call to arms for the plot to
What is a new Conservative? It sounds like New Labour, but more shitter.
bring down Rishi Sunak. In his Ashfield constituency, some voters signalled they would follow Lee Anderson to his new party.
Wherever Lee Anderson goes, I go, because I...
Wow. Here you go. This is for my American viewers. You think Donald Trump is an American phenomenon and his MAGA followers who join cults? Nope. Here is the evidence I present to you, my fellow friends, MAGA voters in the UK. Just, wow.
believe in him and I believe in what he says.
I think he's done the right thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but what he said last few weeks ago, he said he wasn't going to...
What? Come on, little... What? Go on. Watch his face, he gets heckled. Heckle him, bro. What are you going to say?
Yeah, but what he said last few weeks ago, he said he wasn't going to go to Reform Party, didn't he? Just told a lie.
Don't like the man.
I like this fella. Oh, love him. I love the fact that someone watches politics live or politics on the internet and he's like, hang on. I was literally sitting down watching the telly. This guy's like, oh yeah, I love Mr. Tice. He's a cockwomble. Lee Anderson, sorry. Both cockwombles, but whatever.
Yeah, but what he said last few weeks.
This should be like a little GIF meme thing. I love it.
He said he wasn't going to go to Reform Party, didn't he?
I would buy this gentleman a pint. Like, I'm not kidding. I would definitely buy this guy a pint. What a legend.
Just told a lie.
He's far better looking than I am, though.
Don't like the man. Don't like his politics. Rather vote for Snoopy.
Rather vote for who? What? What you say? Hold on a minute. What you say? I'm stoned. Give me a minute. I'm hard of hearing. I'm old. What did you just say, lady?
Like his politics, rather vote for Snoopy.
Bro. I would rather vote for Snoopy. Where's Politics Joe when you need him? Don't know. Just saying. Fire.
There is a political party
I love it.
that the people that are that offered me a lot of money to join them. And I say a lot of money.
And I say a lot of money. And he took it. Imagine literally saying out loud, they bribed me.
A lot of money.
What a fucking idiot. Oh my god. Oh, my brain.
Lee Anderson was recorded telling Tories that he'd been offered a lot of money in the past to defect to the Reform Party. Today, he categorically denied there was any money linked to his defection.
Nope, wasn't the money.
His new party leader said more Tory MPs were in discussions to switch party. Well, there were clearly elements of that grand unveiling that were a little messy. Maybe some lessons in stagecraft need to be learned.
I don't swear it's the fact that these people get elected or whatever, or our journalists are just so bad at their job. So bad.
And the Reform Party has got in Lee Anderson an acquisition who is not exactly always reliably...
An acquisition. An acquisition, ladies and gentlemen.
on message, but they'll be looking at this as a major moment in the move of a party away from what Lee Anderson used to dismiss as a pressure group to something closer to a fully fledged party, because they have one MP. That doesn't get you a lot of profile in Parliament, but
they got as I said before, got one MP because he got kicked out the Tory party for being racist. You can't make this shit up.
it will help the profile of the party. And the Reform Party feel this is a moment in the breaking up of the voter coalition that Boris Johnson pulled together in 2019 in order to get
Okay, don't let him start smoking more weed. Think so. I'm gonna smoke some ganja. No idea.
a big majority. Tonight, the New Conservatives message is being talked about a lot. You saw it in that piece, and the tone and language of it has upset some people who support the New Conservatives because they feel it sounds like it's firing a starting gun for that plot against Rishi Sunak.
Well, to be second place, okay.
To bring him down, a plot that still has a pulse and which today's events will not have helped.
Gary, thanks very much.
We got a zombie government, and people are saying we're gonna overthrow him, bro. Michael Howard, I'm just saying. Michael Howard. William Hague. I mean, shall I name these fucking motherfuckers? All of them? Shall I name them? The only fucking one, when they finally got to a point where they wanted to do anything, was a strange point. A very strange point when the Tories never won, because they didn't. This is the weirdest thing. I don't know if you watched my shitty documentary about Britain since 2010. You should just watch it. I'm talking shit on it, but pay attention to the videos, because it's creepy. The fact that these people, and I don't mean competent people, the worst kind of people, have literally run our country because Gordon Brown screwed the pooch. People weren't happy with Labour, okay, because they read too many right-wing newspapers, okay. we get a hung parliament. That was the downfall of Britain right then. When we got a hung parliament, that was literally the trajectory of stupidity, which we are still on. People voted for nobody, and then one person decided the future of our country, and his name was Nick Clegg. That little piece of shit. I will never forgive that guy ever. Nick Clegg ruined Great Britain. He literally single-handedly decided he wanted to join Facebook, or Meta as it's now called. Like, literally, that's what he did. He said, instead of actually going with the Liberal Democrat tradition of always being on the side of Labour, we're going to just do a 180 from nowhere and vote to put the Tories, David Cameron, in power. Madness. Fucking madness. Ever since then, what have we ever had, ladies and gentlemen? Fucking utter batshit crazy politics in Britain. We've had the worst ideological way of how you look at the economy, which is right wing, i.e. the markets or whatever. And then, these are so dumb as politicians, they literally thought it's a good idea to ask Britain, should we leave the EU? What kind of stupid are these people, is what I want to know. I mean, I already know, but really, people contemplate voting for these fucking retards. I literally messaged Caroline Lucas yesterday, well, whatever, it was fucking early, anyway. She was banging on about Keir Starmer and money. Have you read our newspapers? Do you think the Labour Party are terrified of our newspapers? Yes, they are. And rightly so. Because people believe them. That's why. People literally think Ed Miliband, this is mad, is a Russian spy. Or his dad was. You know why? Because they read it in the paper. That's no jokes. They read that in a paper while he's eating a sandwich looking like a twat. Red Ed. That's what they called him. Red Ed and Marxist. Jeremy Corbyn. I mean, this is mad. This is the maddest shit ever. Which I also told Mrs. Lucas. The Tories in the election against Jeremy Corbyn, which is funny, told the entire planet, i.e. Britain, if we borrow 400 billion, which is not much, it isn't. If your economy is worth 2.2 trillion, 400 billion is pennies. Anyway, we're going to borrow £500 million less. The world is going to fucking explode. We're all going to die. We're all going to be throwing our bins out. Or whatever. Jeremy Corbyn lost the election, as you all know. What did the Tories do next, one would ask? Oh, they borrowed 600 billion quid. Over £500 million. Borrowed it. Borrowed. Another funny part is, what happened next? COVID. So you borrowed 600 billion quid. Right, yes. And then COVID happens. Yes. Where's your 600 billion quid? One would ask. But no, I don't see any journalists going, that's a bit mad, innit? So you spent how much on paying all these people's wages when you said whatever, and we got to pay it back? Who did you borrow it from? We didn't. We've got a bank. They just print it. Oh, that's funny. I never knew that. I never knew we had a central bank that prints money from thin air. I fucking never knew that. Because they did. We gotta pay our money back. To whom, one would ask? Well, bonds, yields, gilts. No. Who prints the money, motherfucker? No, we do. So you're technically borrowing from yourself and paying interest. Based on what? Oh, tax income. Of who? The poor. But, okay, now I get it. So why do we pay more tax, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. Exactly. These fuckers are cunts. And they know they're fucking cunts. And they blag you all the time about money and shit. And Liz Truss is the best example of retardedness I've ever seen, ever. Imagine being our Prime Minister and getting sacked in 45 days. 45. We literally had a race between a lettuce and a Prime Minister. That's not literally a joke. If I would have told you that 10 years ago, you would have said, that's not funny or possible. It happened. Because these people are fucking dumb. Let's give tax breaks to the rich and then ask the rich to pay for it. That's not how you get rich. That's not capitalism. That's retardation. That's retardation. Okay. I'm just saying. You can't do that, bro. You say to the rich people, do you want to buy our debt? The rich people are like, how much you going to pay me? And you say, I give you 4% over 10 years. Or some shit. And people are like, okay, sounds legit. So I want my money back plus interest. Yeah? Okay, we got a deal. That's how money works, motherfucker. But when you say to other people who want to buy your debt, which I might add, is imaginary. That's how it works. But she decided, I'm gonna ask rich people to pay me because I'm Liz Truss. You need a job, bro. Not as Prime Minister.
Well, a little earlier I spoke
pole dance or some shit
to the former Conservative Party leader Ian Duncan Smith, and I
pole dance. You'd be good at it. Your ass is probably a lot better than your face, and I don't even want to see your ass at this point. Go and stand in the corner, Liz Truss. Nobody wants to see you. The fact that she's even out of the cave that she should stay in is quite funny, you know. Imagine being that bad and thinking it's not that bad. No, it is. Literally, you got sacked for being bad as the Prime Minister. Boris Johnson, funny, tragic. Liz Truss, league of her own.
I began by asking him whether this defection calls into question the judgment of the Prime Minister.
Do you know what? That's almost always the line that's used every time somebody ever leaves the party. It's happened before, and I'm sure it'll happen again.
Well, racists leaving the party? Oh, I'm sure that'll happen again. Come on, Ian Duncan Smith. You gave us universal credit. The biggest scam known to mankind. I can't listen to this guy with a straight face. He literally invented universal credit. He did. Like, he literally wrote the rules for universal credit. This guy gave you a loan system and they said it's benefits. I just want to point this out for anybody who's not paying attention. What I mean. if you happen to fall on hard times out of work or whatever, you will find yourself on this inconvenient thing called universal credit, which is annoying. And in fact, I think you're still sadly enough attached to it when you were. Anyway, point being is, if you ever find yourself, or did find yourself on the hook or whatever, can I apply? Yes, online. Okay, that's annoying. Just do it. Okay, did it. I'm broke. Well, you can have your money now, but we're gonna take it off you. What? Yeah, because this is the amount you should live on. X. But before you get that shit, you have to pay us back. Wait, hold on a minute. Let me understand this equation. You're saying this is how much a human being needs to live on every month. Yes, sir, madam. And you're telling me if I want that money right now because I need it, I have to pay you back from the same money that you're giving me to live on. Yes, sir, madam. How does that work out then in an equation for I can't live on lower than what you just literally told me by law is what I should live on? Yeah, but ignore that. Ignore counting to 10. Is that what you're telling me? Ignore counting to 10. Yeah, because 1 + 1 equals anything we'd tell you at this point. Oh. What a fucking lovely algorithm that is. Can I have my universal credit today, please? No. Well, yes, you can. How much of it do you want? All of it. You can have a loan. What? Yeah, a loan. Wait, you want me to have a loan on a benefit? Yeah. When you told me the law was 200, yeah, why am I giving you 180 and you're taking 20, even though the law says it's 200? It's a loan. That wasn't my question. You said it's the law. I should get 200. So why are you taking away money if you said that's the least or most I'm supposed to live on in the law? Rwanda is a safe country. Okay. I get it. I get it now. I literally get the scam. I get it. You're full of shit. Continue.
He put him into the job because he thought he'd be effective, and he was effective for a period of time, but...
Effective? Ooh.
Obviously, clearly, given all the circumstances, he's chosen to go.
It's a particular point when your party is doing particularly badly in the polls.
They're doing badly because of shit. I doubt 30p Lee's gonna hit there. I don't... As much as I hate 30p Lee, it's not that much of an impact on the fact that everybody hates... Even Tories hate the Tories. That's how shit they are. Even Tories don't want to vote for them. Just like... the nice ones. And there's nice Tories, by the way.
These things...
I said that with gritted teeth, but whatever.
Happen. The answer is to focus on what we want to do, which is to get the economy straight, make sure the inflation now comes down, make sure people are better off and start to earn more
better off? Oxymoron.
Money through the tax reductions and also through increased competitiveness of business. So all these things are important and we must get on with those.
He was unapologetic about what he had said about the London mayor being controlled by Islamists. In a sense, is the party well rid of him at the moment, at a point when the Prime Minister...
No, because the Prime Minister is even more extreme than fucking DTP Lee. It's the mad part. The Prime Minister is an Uncle Tom. And Suella Braverman hangs black people from trees in his sleep. And rides a horse with a white mask. Like, that bitch is crazy. Like, just because someone's black doesn't mean that they're, like, literally not a little tiny Hitler. My favourite person in the world, other than Hitler, Robert Mugabe. What a fucking cockbomble he was. Jesus fucking Christ. You can't make these people up. And he literally is Black Hitler, by the way. Like, if you just look at his face. He's got the little weird fucking dick moustache to go with it. Bonkers. Our Prime Minister is black. Doesn't make you less of a cunt, pal. I'm colourblind. Are you a cunt is what I want to fucking know.
Acknowledges there is increasing tensions in the country.
Well, the Prime Minister has said there are increasing tensions. There
isn't. This is manufactured bullshit. Increasing tensions. Bro, we live in Britain. I don't get it. Why are you so mad?
Worried about extremism. This is a very difficult and...
You know what's extreme? Go into a food bank in the 5th richest economy on planet Earth. 7th, if you include other people. But let's just say 5th for now. Makes me feel better. Anywho. Imagine.
Delicate time. And we need to make sure that we measure up to it as a government and as a country.
Suella Braverman is still an MP. She said Islamist cranks are now in control of the streets.
Wow, listen to this. Listen to that again.
We're up to it as a government and as a country.
Fucking scary. Listen, whose name that was?
Suella
Who did I just murder? That's a horrible cunt.
Braverman is still an MP. She said Islamist cranks are now in control of the streets. They're now in charge. We saw the former...
Islamist cranks are in charge of the streets of Britain, which is 87% white, as I said before. If you watch the news too long, you literally believe the shit that they tell you. And that's terrible. Propaganda, like, is the weirdest shit ever to watch. Pro tip, read the dictionary.
The Prime Minister Liz Truss staying silent at an event when far-right activist Tommy Robinson was hailed a hero.
No, the fact that she stood next to a convicted criminal called Steve Bannon. Not the fact that nobody cares about Tommy Tem names or whatever his fucking actual name is. But the report, like, Tommy Robinson is a bigger figure than Steve Bannon. Like, did you mention Steve Bannon once, lady? Do your journalism. Oh, wait, you don't, because you're fucking garbage.
Prime Minister Liz Truss staying silent at an event when far-right activist Tommy Robinson was hailed a hero. I mean, what do you think?
Far-right? Who was she stood next to then? Again? Oh, yeah. Steve Bannon. It's mad how Channel 4 leave that shit out, isn't it?
This says about your party right now, but you know, your former colleague Baroness Varsi says there is something rotten at the heart of the Conservative Party.
Yeah, people like her. People like her. Really. Baroness Varsi. The fact that she's a baroness is a fucking piss take anyway.
Well, I don't agree with her.
Why would you?
And
Islamist cranks on the street?
I don't agree with Baroness Varsi over this because I think there is.
But why throw Islamist cranks on the street? Baroness Varsi didn't say that. She's full of shit, but she didn't say that.
At the heart of this party, a government trying to get these things right. These are not easy. They're not simple. We're talking about extremism in whatever colour it forms. And
yeah, no, we're talking about extremism in the context of Palestine and Israel. Just so people don't confuse what he's talking about, right? So when he says kind, he's specifically talking about the one that's literally being talked about now. Why that guy got sacked. Islamophobia. I mean, do not be lost on these motherfuckers. Please, don't be.
Whatever part it comes from, but the reality is we have to measure up to that and deal with it.
So
Be
are
very
you
hard
saying
on
that
it.
Suella Braverman is right that Islamist cranks are on the street, they're in charge now?
No, I simply say that wherever there is
Sorry, try not to spit out my beer. That's funny as shit, right? Just listen to the question. It's fucking hilarious. Come on, lady, ask me again.
because I think there is, at the heart of this party, a government trying to get these things right. These are not easy, they're not simple. We're talking about extremism in whatever colour it forms. And
whatever colour it forms. Can you tell me that's grammatically correct? It isn't.
Whatever part it comes from.
It literally isn't. That makes no English in English. In whatever colour it forms. What? He's definitely got a black friend.
But the reality is, we have to measure up to that and deal with it.
So are you saying that Suella
Right. Are you saying that Suella Braverman is a fucking idiot? Yes or no?
Braverman is right that Islamist cranks are on the street, they're in charge now?
No, I simply say that...
No. I didn't say that. I simply...
Wherever there is extremism like this...
Wherever there's extremism... Has he been in the bar? Have you been smoking my spliffs, bro? That's what I want to know. You been smoking my fucking joints? Whenever we find extremism... What?
Whenever there's violence or threats of violence, the government's job is to crack down on it, make sure the police have the right powers and that we take the right action. That's what that's all about. Instead
Extremists. Stop protesting, you fucking extremist. Like, listen to the English, bro. It's so mad. Extremists. Well, people. What's okay? Is protesting extreme? I want to know. Ian Duncan Smith said protesting is extreme. Okay, do the deal. Do the deal. I promise I won't protest if you resign.
Instead of shouting about it, we need to get on with it and do the right thing. And that's what matters in government. So I'm sorry to see him go, but I'm sorry I don't agree with him.
Leanne.
You're sorry to see him go, but you don't agree with him. He was a nice racist. he was a nice racist. I'm sorry to see him go, but I don't agree with him. Reminds me of Question Time when shut. You know what? I'm gonna actually play that. Can I find that? Can I find it? Okay, bear with me. I'm stoned, as she said, so I don't care anyway. Nah. Oh my god. I want the full show. I don't want it. God. You ready? Oh my god. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due here. Okay. The quality is garbage, I'm not gonna lie. But you can see it, right? Right, I'm gonna shut up now and just play this. Shout out to Totally Bro. That's where I found it. Totally Bro. Give him a like. Fuck it. Yeah, you can have a like. Right, ready?
Debate for many weeks. Tonight, finally, they face our audience, the voters. Welcome to Question Time. And with me here in London, Jack Straw, the Justice Secretary, formerly Home and Foreign Secretary, the Conservative Shadow Minister for Community Cohesion, Saida Varsi, recently named the most powerful Muslim woman in Britain. The man narrowly beaten by Nick Clegg to the leadership of the Liberal Democrats, the party's Home Affairs spokesman Chris Huhne. The leader of the British National Party, Nick Griffin. And the American-born playwright and deputy chairman of the British Museum, Bonnie Greer. And good evening and welcome, and as ever, the panel haven't seen the questions they're going to be asked tonight. So let's have the very first one from Peter Logg, please. Peter Logg.
Given that the Second World War was fuelled by the need to disarm oppressive and racist regimes, is it fair that the BNP has hijacked Churchill as its own?
Is it fair the BNP has hijacked Churchill? Jack Straw.
It's certainly not fair. And one of the extraordinary things about the Second World War and the First World War was not only that we fought Nazism in the Second World War and defeated it, a party and an ideology based on race, just like another party represented here today, based on race, fundamental to its constitution. And it's that difference, by the way, the fact that the BNP defines itself on race, which distinguishes it from every other political party I can think of. And what is common about every other political party that I can think of, regardless of the differences, is that they each have a moral compass, and they show respect, a recognisable moral compass for them based on long-standing cultural and philosophical and religious values of Western society. Nazism didn't, and neither, I'm afraid, does the constitution of the BNP. The other thing I just say is this. We only won the First World War, and we only won the Second World War because we were joined in those wars by millions of black and Asian people from around the world. My constituency is twinned with a little town in northern France called Péronne. It was massacred in the First World War, the Battle of the Somme. Hundreds of people from East Lancashire, lads from East Lancashire, were killed. If you go to the Péronne Military Cemetery, just outside Péronne, you'll find 577 young men buried there. 257 of those come from East Lancashire. They've got names like Ainsworth and Barnes. The others, more than half, have Indian or Pakistani-sounding names, like Mohammed Khan from the 18th King's Own Lancers, or Sheikh Mohammed. These people died together to fight for us. And that's why having a multiracial society and ensuring that race-based politics has no place in our society is fundamental to the decent British values which are held by most people in this country.
Nick Griffin, you said if Churchill were alive today, his own place would be in the British National Party. Why do you say that? And why did you hijack his reputation?
I say that Churchill would belong in the British National Party because no other party would have him for what he said in the early days of mass immigration into this country, for the fact that, quote, they're only coming for our benefit system, and for the fact that in his younger days he was extremely critical of the dangers of fundamentalist Islam in a way which would now be described as Islamophobic. I believe that the whole of the effort in the Second World War and the First was designed to preserve British sovereignty, British freedom, which Jack Straw's government is now giving away lock, stock and barrel to the European Union, and to prevent this country being invaded by foreigners. Finally, my father was in the RAF during the Second World War, while Mr Straw's father was imprisoned for refusing to fight Adolf Hitler.
Wait a minute, what's that got to do with the issue? What's that got to do with the issue?
Mr Straw was attacking me, and I've been relentlessly attacked and demonised over the last few days. And the fact is that my father was in the RAF during the Second World War. I am not a Nazi. I never have been.
The man there.
Yeah, I would just like to say to Nick Griffin about the whole issue of Europe and how Europe seems to be against Europe, when 80% of our trade is with the European Union.
Okay, we may come to that later. We're talking about race issues at the moment. You, sir.
See, I think it's an absolute disgrace that you can't even sort of take on board what Jack Straw has said. Your organisation has been going for over 9,500 days. It's only in the past month or so that you've actually had your hands behind your back and you've been forced to look at accepting people of sort of a different racial and ethnic background. And for just 1 minute, could you not think of the benefits that my parents brought to this country and other parents from an Asian, from an Indian, from a Pakistani background have brought? No. All you're thinking of doing is trying to sort of poison